Genesis 1, Revelation 1, the Tabernacle, and our anatomy. Today I want to look at a small little bone called the hyoid. It is the only free-floating bone in our body. Let's see what we can learn from the hyoid bone in the body in light of the gospel and typology. First, read Revelation chapter 1, mainly verses 10 through 16. John says he was in the Spirit and hears a voice as many waters. He turns and sees 7 candlesticks. Revelation is patterned after the tabernacle. So if John turns and sees 7 candlesticks, he would be at the altar of incense offering prayers and burning incense. The sound of many waters represents a great multitude of people, according to Revelation 19, verse 6. And I heard as it were the voice of a great multitude, and as a voice of many waters. So here we have the incense representing prayers floating over the altar of incense and the sound of water into the presence of God on the Ark of the Covenant. If we read on down to Revelation chapter 1, verses 12 and 13, John sees one like the Son of Man. He sees an image of Jesus. Now keep all this in mind. Now let's look at Genesis chapter 1. The Spirit of God moved, we could say hovered or floated, over the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light." Did you catch some of the parallels? In Revelation, we see 7 candles, and in Genesis, we have 7 days of creation. The Spirit hovers over the face or image of the earth and over the waters. The earth is without form and void. It's uninhabitable. There's nothing to be desired. Now read Genesis 1 verse 2 and Isaiah 53 verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. Adam was created from the earth and was the image of the Son of God. God says, "Let there be light," and Jesus is the light of the world. So we have a voice over water, like John heard a voice like water, and saw the image of the Son of Man in the midst of the 7 candles. Genesis is the creation, while Revelation is the recreation. Now the anatomy connection and the hyoid bone. This is the only floating or hovering bone in our body. It floats above the vocal cords and below the tongue. It aids our speech and airway to create our voice. It has 4 horns like the altar of incense. The tongue is also like a sword. Read Revelation 1, verse 16. The Holy Spirit was like tongues of fire in Acts chapter 2. When we talk or pray, air moves from our lungs, which are shaped like the menorah, and the bronchial tree has 7 main branches, and oxygen helps fire burn hotter. We are created in God's image, and our head is Christ. We are to reflect Him in our lives, and the body is a temple for the Holy Spirit to reside. The 7-branch menorah had to be filled with oil, and the wicks trimmed daily. Oil is a symbol of the Holy Spirit, like breathing, and ashes or carbon from the wicks is like us exhaling carbon dioxide. You are the temple of God, and it's all in Genesis.